A Sunday afternoon spent bashing up your own car is a strangely, perhaps uniquely American sport. They call this Demolition Derby here, and it pulls in the mostly white crowds from rural Ohio.
You just take a regular old American-made car and strip it down to the bare bones, and you bring it out here and you smash it and smash it until there's nothing left.
If it sounds like a metaphor for what Donald Trump's doing to the Republican Party right now, Democrats like Michael Smith say bring it on. The convention begins today, just a couple of hours down the road.
Do you think it's going to go well?
Probably more of a wreck than what you're going to see today.
The Confederate flag, symbol of Southern resistance, looms large here. They'll tell you it's about pride, but it's a vestige of the country's civil war and a reminder of the deep divisions that still lie within it. Kyle here sees Donald Trump as his Superman. And Superman, don't forget, fights a never-ending battle for truth, justice and the American way. That strikes a chord these days.
I don't know much about politics, but I'll wing it.
What is it that speaks to you?
If you're an idiot and you're screwing up America, it'll tell you, and then he'll fix it.
And to be fair, America itself is feeling pretty screwed up right now.
Please give a warm welcome to the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Reince Priebus of Wisconsin.
As the convention opened, the committee chairman, Reince Priebus, welcomed delegates with a brief acknowledgement of troubling times.
Our nation grieves when we see these awful killings. Will you join me in a moment of silence?
Can everybody hear me? Make some noise!
Outside, they find less euphemistic ways of saying it.
Donald Trump has looked at the racial tension that's erupted in Baton Rouge, in Dallas, in Ferguson and beyond, and called America a divided crime scene, willfully oblivious perhaps of the effect his own language is having on the debate. He points to Obama as the man to blame for weakness and calls himself the candidate for law and order.
He's not helping to promote dialogue between people. He's just trying to promote more division.
Do you think that racial tensions in the country have got worse?
What do you mean you got worse? Payback time is now. I'm telling you, and talking is over with. You know, what we want this and what this, you know what I mean?
So what does that mean, payback time's over?
Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. They kill you, they killing our kids.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
The latest poll here for NBC gives Donald Trump a stunning 0% support from black voters in Ohio, a crucial electoral battleground that has picked the presidential winner the last 13 times.
He's causing people who have all this hate towards minorities and these other kinds of people that aren't, part of the majority. And it's like everything that he stands for is causing them to rise up more.
Excuse us, excuse us.
Crime rates have actually declined in recent years, but Trump's invocation of law and order and his message to the majority echoes another Republican leader at a time of historic unrest.
The silent majority was a phrase first used by Nixon in the 1960s to speak to those who didn't protest the Vietnam War, but it quickly became a rallying call to white conservatives amidst the black civil rights movement, the counterculture, feminism. It appealed to those who felt left behind, dispossessed by a perceived threat to their way of life, and crucially, then, as now, the language pitting minority against majority was racially coded.
Trump has adapted his slogan today to Make America Safe Again, and there'll be plenty more than happy to come along for the ride. For all those who worry about the mudflinging, there are plenty more who appreciate his rhetoric of rough justice. At a time when few of those in power seem to offer tangible solutions, they see a man unafraid to call it as it is and think it's time someone, somewhere, came to clear up the mess.